We are on Aqua Glitchy's main account here, and he needs some advice. He's basically looking for, Void Vortex help, but at the same time, he's like, Barry, I want to get your initial just crazy reaction. So let's see what the hero list looks like. I don't know why I'm expecting him to have some sort of meme team on one of these accounts, but I mean, it's kind of memey. We have an A- Sun Devour Eos. I'm guessing that's mainly because you have a tenant. Okay, so first question for Aqua here. Are you going for like a light meme team, or are you just building tenants? Because if I take a look at your main hero here, that's beautiful. That is gorgeous. 7,200 attack. That is so much stronger than mine. Holy cow, that's beautiful. That's actually beautiful. I love this copy. Giant Killer Defier. Precision. I mean, precision is good because you kind of want to get to that 150 cap. You're building a regular account, mainly going for the train. Oh, okay. So let's take a look. It looks like we have really good setup here. Yeah, I mean, G-Ster, Eos, there's not a big difference. Eos can, of course, help him in things like Sealand, so that's like the bonus there. You could go G-Ster over her as well, though, but he is an assassin, so it's going to give less stats. But he can be used in something like Star Expedition if that's something you care about. Looks like we're just purely investing here, which is good. Man, I was gonna say, so typically what I recommend is you putting your Destiny transition on your tenant heroes. I don't know if I like that idea on Sun Devour Eos. Doing that on Sun Devour Eos seems a little sus because, well, the worst part about doing that on Sun Devour Eos is you have to do this. You have to go, where is this hers? No. Yeah. You have to get this core. When Everlasting Sun is triggered, additionally increases all allies damage reduction. I mean, that's not horrible, and clears one attribute reduction effect. When Engulfing Sun is triggered, additionally increases all allies, all damage dealt. It's not great, and honestly, investing into 4, aka 8 chests just to do Destiny transition, I don't think that's a good idea. So as far as what you've done, it's fine. Again, this is when you don't want to actually put Destiny Transition on the hero. Instead, it looks like you're going Destiny Transition for Freya here. Who else do we have? We don't have another Transcendence hero just yet. Betty would be a very good pickup. You're about halfway to another Betty. Looks like you even got some resources for Destiny Transition powering up. Holy cow, use your X stones, man. Are you hurting for resources? It's not great. Yeah, I guess keep investing. You have so many X stones. Get those invested all the way. I do think, though, Betty would be a really great pickup here because, honestly, going for like a round 1 active, as you guys have seen in a lot of our content, is not all that great on Doom Terminator Vulcan. So you really need to get to a powerful round 2 or even 3 active skill. So Therapist Blood Betty will work perfectly for that. Now, if we take a look at your chest, got some shards. We got some shards. Yeah, so basically, after you get the next 2 chests, I would highly recommend going and building a Betty as your next Transcendence hero. I wouldn't get rid of any of these heroes. I just think Betty is the next logical solution. And yeah, if you're not hitting this button all the time for lots of gems, which you have a ton of gems, so you could afford to do it. Your level of account isn't super high though, so it's not like super premium. It's gonna take a while because yeah, Spirit very, very low. Yeah, oh, that's not an M, that's a K. So yeah, you have like absolutely no Spirit on this count whatsoever. Yeah, makes sense. That's really, really rough. Now beyond that, I like the tenant here because you have the skin that gives additional attack for 2C Lago. I like that pick. And looks like you went for Mockman, but again, that is a really, really good tenant copy. I didn't even look at this one. Oh my goodness, these are perfectly set up tenants. We even have her. I didn't think you could 5,000. I didn't even think it went that low for A- heroes. Holy cow. Sorry to laugh, but that is like the craziest lowest attack I've seen on a giant killer hero. Wow. The copy's not bad though if you want her to be dealing damage. Giant Killer isn't necessary on a Doppelganger Natalia. You could honestly re-roll this copy if you wanted to get something better. If you want to go for something tanky, it really just depends on what you want to do. The one nice thing is having both these heroes means your progression in somewhere like Sealand should be pretty good. Yeah, 35 to 35. You should be crushing it there with that duo. I mean, heck, you even have Eos. Do you have any? Yeah, you even got the tree. So you've even got all of these extra effects from her. Full. Oh yeah, you're in a really good spot. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Don't go for that. No, I mean don't do it. Go for Betty first. Let this simply be a tenant hero and then keep going. But yeah, DGN, even as a tenant, as you guys have seen on my main account, she can push out some crazy competitive damage, and she's just supporting whoever, like whether it's a Lord of Sparkles, Doom Terminator Vulcan, it doesn't matter. Very solid hero. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to talk about as far as what you need. Really, the only thing I would say is you've already even have the splendid elusive mirror. I mean, you just need the Betty, and you need to get a 1-star core at the very least. I would say definitely make that your next core, because even as the 1-star here, like, I'm pretty sure it works like that, right? Hold on. I'm just going to jump into something real quick. I can't remember because I've never tried to equip a 1-star core. So when you put a 1-star core in, yeah, you still get the level upgrades. So that's actually going to be huge. The fact that you already have a ton of these noble cores already done means every noble core in your lineup gives +1 to the skill all the way up to level 8. So that means you're going to basically get a 1-star core on your Betty. Where's Betty's again? It's right there. And it's basically going to be an upgraded version. Of course, not all the way up to level 8, but it's still going to be better than this level 3. So it's going to be a higher than 50% chance. So it'll be really, really good. You also said, I'll go for Destiny, Therapist Blood Betty and get her S tier awakening. S tier. Good lord. That S tier is going to cost you about 100k, probably somewhere that. But she is going to rock the house. Now, what I would do in that case, if you're going to go for a very, very strong one, I would definitely make her your second homeowner. That Betty would deal a ton of damage. 80,000 at the gala. I mean, want to do. But yeah, going for the Betty sadly is a good and a bad thing. The bad thing is the Transcendence heroes that you're going to build for her are just garbage. So in reality, just go for like the Natalie. Go for something. Well, I mean, actually, Patricia's not bad now. She has potential. She might even synergize well with the Doom Terminator Vulcan, but in the meantime, just build like the regular Betty, build the Elena, build the non-Transcendence heroes, because again, you're still only halfway to your next Transcendence hero, but that gives you time. That definitely gives you time. You don't have the scrolls though, which you do have Prophet Orbs, and you are close to Wishing Coins, so fingers crossed in the next 2 months we have good events for both Prophet Orbs and Wishing Coins, and if that's the case, you're going to be perfectly fine. Blood Queen Irania is not bad for subs. Yeah, but like, when you're already on an account that doesn't have like a Scarlet Queen Halora, I wouldn't want to prioritize a tenant Transcendence hero over that. That is one thing this account is missing, is the Scarlet Queen Halora. But I don't know if I'd want to get rid of anybody for that, to be honest. You're on the right path. Like, I don't, there's not much to tell you what to do. It's just a very impressive account. Overseer. How far have you gotten in Overseer? I guess I should ask. Overseer 3. I feel like with this type of team, you should be able to get further. Make sure you're still using, like, the Ignis and such. The Betty, I think, is going to be the biggest upgrade, though. The Betty is going to solve all your problems on this account, but it's very impressive. I kind of want to look before we get out of here, though. Solid Holy Armor. It's like a mix of offensive and defense, which is pretty sweet. I mean, I don't think you really need a giant killer Mystic Fairy Freya. I think you could definitely get better stats like damage reduction and such on a Mystic Fairy Freya. This is one of those like these common fallacies that like you don't need every A- hero copy to do something like that. But yeah, Suicide isn't really suicide because of the train. Yeah, that's true. We do have to take a look at your train too. We did take a look at this copy, right? Yeah, really solid. Really solid. Let's take a look at the train. Let's see what he's got. See what he's working with here. Pretty good. Got the all damage dealt. You know what I like looking at more? Instead of just looking at overall power, let me look at the important things. Oh, the bunny basket's only 1 star. That's sad because we're never going to be able to upgrade those anymore. But you got that. You got that. It's all right. It's an okay train for the holiday. These are pretty good, but again, none of those are like super great. Retro gaming. Yes, we have the Alien Arcade, which is awesome. Hero merch. Hero merch, probably one you want to focus on in the future. Your hero token's in a really good spot. So yeah, the train's nice and powerful, getting a lot of those extra stats. But this is a pretty solid account. And honestly, I think the only thing that's gatekeeping a lot of your progress at this point, Therapist Blood Betty.